All right, you ask and you shall receive. Nick here.
Gabe.
Jodi.
And we have a request from our very first and only patron out there, Arjit Sharma. You know we love you. He has a request. And the way our Patreon works is if you become a patron of Boring Reviews, you have request priorities. We get requests all the time, and we try to adhere. But since he's our patron, he requests, we deliver.
Goes to the top of the list.
Yes.
Channel appropriate, though, by the way.
Oh,
yes,
please.
yes.
We are a family channel. We know most YouTube channels do not follow that rule, but we are not most YouTube channels.
We're special.
Yes. And I have not said it yet this video. Welcome to Boring Land.
Oh, I went and there's no table there.
So boring that she's not paying attention. So, RG, we're going to get right into this because this is a 9-minute clip. Please don't copyright us. We are looking at Ishq. Is that how you would say it? ISHQ movie 1997. This is a 9-minute comedy scene. There are no subtitles, but he said if you know true comedy, you don't need the subtitles. So,
Right.
Without further ado.
Go.
Here we go.
Boring Reviews!
The book was better.
अबे ओ उजड़ी हुई रियासत के लुटे हुए
That
सुल्तान
is
ये मेरा घर है कोई रोमियो की मजार नहीं तो बैठकर मातम मना रहा
Amir
है
Khan right there.
लौटा लौटा
It's like a little Tom
3 दिन से
Cruise
इसी
right
पोज में देख रहा
there.
हूँ तुझे भूल जाओ
Yeah,
लड़की
hair.
को वो तेरी जिंदगी में नहीं आने वाली है नहीं राजा अब तो इस जिंदगी में वही आएगी
I'm guessing the man's in love and he got his heart broken.
या फिर इस आशिक की जान जाएगी चल अब डायलॉग बाद में मानना पहले मेरी मदद कर चल चल
Yeah, now I can tell it's America.
और एक बात और सुन ले मेरे यार माँ कवि पोपटलाल जी कह गए कि लाइफ में 3 चीजों के पीछे कभी नहीं भागना चाहिए बस ट्रेन और छोकरी एक गई दूसरी आती है समझा और दूसरी गई तो तीसरी आती है तीसरी गई
close to his neck.
चौथी आती है चौथी गई पांचवी आती है छठी
तुम लोग मुझे यहाँ क्यों लाए हो?
I think he really likes the sign over there. Oh, leave your man boy hanging.
Dump it to one side of that.
Right? Not the neck. Oh, don't tell me he walks on that little pipe.
अबे कहाँ जा रहा तू
He's my voice right now.
अबे पता है ना कौन सा पाइप काटना है अबे बहरे की औलाद, पाइप काटना है साले पाइप अबे सुन पाइप काटे बिना आया ना तो साले मैं तेरी टांग काट डालूंगा
He's gonna cut the pipe?
पता नहीं कहाँ से चले आते हैं अरे बाप रे। अबे ओ घन चक्कर की औलाद ये कहाँ को तफरी करने जा रही है तू अबे उल्लू के पट्टे में तेरे से बात कर रहा हूँ सुन नहीं रहा है क्या क्या है हट रे
He's got business to
अबे
attend to.
कूदने के नीचे देख नीचे इसकी तो
Oh my god.
Did you see the wire on the top?
Look at that pipe is strong. Crawl over, dude. There you go.
अबे ये कहाँ से चिल्ला रहा है? क्या हुआ?
Let
Get
me
my
put my
shirt
shirt
on first. This is a little drafty out here.
अबे तू वहाँ कैसे पहुँच गया?
अरे कोई बचाओ इसको।
अबे तेरे को बोल रहा लाइफ में 3 चीज के पीछे कभी नहीं भागने का। बस ट्रेन और छोकरी। अभी लटक गया ना बीच में।
अबे लेक्चर देना बंद कर और बचाना।
हाँ आता हूँ। साला खुद भी मरेगा मुझको भी मरवाएगा।
जल्दी आ।
क्या करूं? अरे हे भगवान मेरी रक्षा करना। राम 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 राम
Right person for this job.
अबे क्या कर रहा है यार आना।
अबे चुप साला इसको बुलाया क्यों मैंने आज?
It's only a jump.
राम 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 अबे साले मैं सर्कस में काम करता हूँ जो फटाफट चल कर आ जाऊंगा रुक नहीं तो रुक वरना हाथ छोड़ रुकता हूँ तू आ एक काम करता हूँ आंख बंद कर लेता हूँ जो होगा देखा जाएगा ओ हे राम 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 राम
Yeah, close your eyes. It's a much better idea.
राम 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 हे राम 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 अल्लाह कसम खुदा की कसम ये इसको बचा लेगा अरे ये तो हीरो लग रहा है
This guy's loving it. Where's the popcorn at?
Get on the phone, man. The fire department or something.
अभी तक तू वही है अरे यार अजय प्लीज चुप रहे राम 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 अजय मुझे बचा मरवाने आया है अजय
Oh no, don't hang on.
अजय मैं मरना नहीं चाहता अजय अभी तो मेरी शादी भी नहीं हुई यार अबे तो मेरी कौन सी हुई है ये दोनों मर जाएंगे या खुदा कोई बचाए इनको अजय अजय तुझे कुछ सुनाई दे रहा है क्या दिखाई भी दे रहा है
Oh, that's what he told him. Pick the pipe.
अबे उल्लू के पट्टे नहीं कर रही हम लोग पाइप पे लटके हुए हैं
Look at what you're doing.
सुनाई नहीं दे रहा दिखाई तो दे रहा है
This guy's got something wrong.
अबे साले मैंने तुझको नीचे का पाइप काटने के लिए कहा था साले साले ऊपर का पाइप क्यों काट रहा है ये दोनों मर जाएंगे साले
Yes, somebody stop.
अबे साले साले इधर मेरे ऊपर आ जाएगा
Oh my god. That's what That is a huge tub. Man, I need one of those.
गुड मॉर्निंग आंटी
Oh, they're animals.
No, that's like a term of endearment.
Oh, okay.
अरे आंटी बात तो सुनो आंटी हम आपका
Let go of her, dude.
आंटी सुनो तो सही हम लोग आपका रेप नहीं कर रहे यार अजय इस मोटी का मुंह तो बंद कर वरना हम लोग रेप के केस में अंदर हो जाएंगे अबे मोटी मुंह बंद कर नहीं नहीं
अब तेरी बारी है।
देखो आंटी हाथ नहीं लगाना देखो आंटी बोल रहा हूँ मैं
मैं तेरे को छोड़ने वाली नहीं हूँ।
नहीं नहीं
मेरा रेप करना चाहता है।
अबे तेरी दरवाजा खोल श्री
ये दरवाजा ऐसा नहीं खुलेगा इसको तोड़ना पड़ेगा
आंटी नहीं हाथ नहीं लगाना आंटी
ए परवरदिगार मेरे को ताकत दे
अरे बचाओ
मैं आया शिरीन
Oh no. Are you kidding me?
अभी देख क्या रहा
I was wondering how they were going to get out of that.
Oh my gosh. So that reminds me, now that said 97. That reminds me of maybe like a late 80s or early 90s type comedy type
Right.
film with the cinematography and the filming there.
Yeah.
But basically, anything that could have gone wrong there went wrong.
I got one question. Do they like take girls aside in high school and teach them how to perfectly like knee? Jodi, did they like? Is there a class they teach you like when a guy attacks you, this is what you do: grab him and boom? Because it's like obviously it's international. Obviously, it's an Indian
Square it
film.
right on there.
And they always land it right on. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Do they? I mean, do they pull you to the sides? That way, were you doing home ec? I'm just curious.
No details, please. Family channel.
I learned all my stuff from Friends Unagi.
Ah.
Salmon skin roll.
Have his skin roll. You know, it's funny when you mentioned it. That's Amir Khan. At first, I didn't know it. I was like, wow. And then once his hair got wet, you could definitely tell. And the guy does not age because he looks the same. And
I was loving the mullet. He got a little bit of the chest fuzz there too. Poking out.
That's hilarious.
I'm really glad he had time to put on his shirt before going after his
Let's
friends.
just see what's going on here.
That was what was funny about it, and I mean that kind of happens in everything. We never do the obvious, but really that's what happens like in real life. There's an emergency and people just stand around and they're recording with their cell phones, but nobody will call 911. Call the fire department. Call 911.
Well, I mean, you're in a state of panic. Like, we have 5 minutes to wait? This guy's gonna die right now.
But it's funny. Have you seen those YouTube videos when somebody's like, "Oh, they're fighting"? Or there was this thing at Disney not too long ago, and like 10 people recording it with their phones. Not one person's on the phone actually calling police or calling security.
Those people were crazy, though. They were hitting the grandma, knocking her out of the
insane.
wheelchair.
Oh, it was crazy.
I didn't see this.
You're gonna get in the middle of that. You're gonna get knocked out too.
I'm gonna at least get on the phone and not
No,
record
right.
it.
It looks like someone in that one eventually got security.
Right.
But I mean, this is like I said, kind of old school comedy where just the worst thing that could happen is happening. And then you got that weird guy cutting the pipe. Well, I got a job to do. What do you want?
I'm wondering if he was like deaf or something where he couldn't hear.
Possibly, because the guy was yelling at him something pipe. So either he didn't hear it, maybe he's got some other issues,
a little slow,
maybe a little some mental issues there. But he had to repeat it to him various times. So obviously he didn't get the message the first time to cut the pipe. And now that they've told him to cut the pipe, now they're telling him not to. No, they told me to cut this pipe. I'm gonna cut the pipe. So,
Well, and I love the guy who told him to cut the pipe, how he's like, I'm going to half crawl out the window, I'm going to stick my leg out and keep yelling.
Yeah,
Like,
at least he was trying a little bit.
what are you doing there?
First he was enjoying it, and then he's like, oh no! Come on, man!
oh man, but I think you mentioned it like that they said you didn't need the subtitles when it's comedy, like that kind of comedy where it's like physical and you can see people's facial expressions, their mannerisms. Comedy plays regardless, and it was a pretty funny scene for 1997. For 1997.
Yeah, I wonder if this film is a super popular film, or maybe it's just a favorite of Arjeet there. Thanks again for requesting. Thanks again for being a patron. If you want to request, then go ahead and join our Patreon page. The information is below in the description area, and give us your request. That's what we are here at Boring Reviews. We want to fulfill those requests. I had a comment earlier today. I was responding to that person when they said, don't keep doing this content, keep doing movie reviews. We're going to keep doing the movie reviews, but we're going to do the content the audience wants. It's as simple as that, or that interests us. But with that being said, don't forget to
Like,
and
Subscribe.
and maybe hit that
bell.
Yes.
Notification.
That was not planned. And until next time.
Bye.
Adios.